said quarterback shit when I said I said quarterback shit when I'm under the center. Game plan sick, talking under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Carrie. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything mooey, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Baskin Robbins shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie. He like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling 5 Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips, moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far, cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on a cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke, then you can't talk. Play a never-ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all pussies getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, my no hands telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my ducks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.
What's up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, good evening, everybody. And let me shout out the chat. What's up, Bakes? What's up, homie? The Ginger Ninja's in the house. What's up, my fellow guest tonight? Look forward to seeing you a bit later on. Kidda, what's up, buddy? Chargers need solar powers. Yeah, it's all good. Nah, better than being a Jets fan right now, right? Nah, it's all good. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a lovely week. Got your fantasy players all set up and all that. I'm looking forward to a good Thursday night football game. Dennis, we're going to take down those Vikings tonight, buddy. All right, JD, you can run that commercial. on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Make sure to check out the custom t-shirts, prints, more. There's everything on over there. If you need something, just holler up my man Peacock and he'll whip up something for you. Pause and make you a great t-shirt. And then you can get your Lightning Lad t-shirt. Oh God, there's Nico Collins shirts. There's plenty of stuff over there. So head on over. Make sure to check out his site. Join the mailing list to be on the list for upcoming sales and etc. What's going on. But again, welcome to the Chargers Power Hour, episode 4. I'm going to be having a guest tonight. I'm going to be having the Ginger Ninja, my friend Dennis, over from the Gen Wealth, who I play fantasy football with. A good friend, and he's a diehard Vikings fan. So we're going to get the input on the Vikings tonight from him. And I'll ask him some deadly questions about the game tonight. But let me get to the nuts and bolts of this whole damn thing. Well, bolt up, everybody. What a horrible loss the Chargers had last Sunday to the Indianapolis Colts. We lost 38-24. While the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, ran wild on my Chargers. JD, can you put it? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Well, the Chargers were demolished at home against the Colts, and that was just an understatement. The Colts exploited our weaknesses on every side of the ball, from special teams, everything. They ran all over us. I remember last week I predicted a Chargers win. I eat crow. We got our asses handed to us, and it was embarrassing. The only bright spot was Justin Herbert. He ran for 31 yards, threw for 240 plus yards. But I thought the highlight of the week last week was Gadsden, who went off with 164 all-purpose yards. He is the after that game, Herbert Gadsden. Let me pull up some stats. He's the first Chargers rookie tight end posted his first career 100-yard game. Hold on, sorry, my apologies. Gadsden hauled in 22 of 30 target, 20. Hold on, what the hell's going on here? Hold on, I just got something messed up. My bad. I apologize. It's been a day. As for Gadsden's 164, he is the first Chargers rookie tight end receiving yards since 2019, when Hunter Henry had 100 receiving yards versus Pittsburgh. Gadsden's also 105 receiving yards are the most by a Chargers tight end. And I said about 3 weeks ago on episode 1, I said, look out for Gadsden. I said he's going to be something in the future. He's not something in the future. He's actually something now. He's a weapon for Justin Herbert alongside Lad McConkey, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, and what else we got, But I'm saying, I thought it would be next season we'd see him, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from Gadsden, and I'm looking forward, hopefully, that we can use him a lot more in the passing game. And I'm looking forward. He actually he outdueled Tyler Warren last week in yards. So, yes, Warren had his share of catches and his touchdowns, but Gadsden matched him. I thought Gadsden was the better rookie last week. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from Gadsden in the future, and hopefully tonight. I'm looking forward to that. But that was a horrible game all around last week. I mean, Herbert was under pressure last week so much. He was hit a total of 29 times, 12 alone by DeForest Buckner. And Herbert had an outstanding game, but the 2 costly interceptions changed the game. I wouldn't say change the game, but we could have done a lot better. But also tonight, we do have Joe Alt coming back, so that's going to be a boost to our lineup. What up, Tino? Hey, shout out to Bogey, the GMM Network. Indiana Jones leading the best. That was shocking. But then again, Danny Dimes has had a hell of a year this year, and it shows why the Colts are the number 1 team in the AFC, because that game we were fighting for. It was the Colts or the Chargers were fighting for first place in the AFC, and that dreadful, horrible, disgusting loss dropped us to 6th place in the standings in the playoffs. That's freaking horrible. God damn it. But the Colts are number 1. But hey, they played better. They had a good game. They had a good game plan. And shout out to Peacock. Yes, we'll be bringing on Dennis in a few during segment 2 when we go over the Vikings game. But I just wanted to go over this Colts game and whatnot. But let's see what else I had on this game. On the Colts game, there was a lot of plays that our defense was straight. I'm going to tell you right now, was straight trash. The Chargers couldn't get off the field in the first half, especially on 4th down. I don't know what it is this year with 4th down. We just can't stop anyone on 4th down, or 3 separate plays on 4th down. We couldn't capitalize, and that's been a big issue of us for this year. So. And a lot of not converting on those 4th downs cost us points. We were on the field more. Our defense was on the field more too. But the Colts were converting on their 4th downs. I think they converted about 4 or 5 of their 4th downs, and it kept their drives alive and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It was a rough game. I'm hoping for a better game tonight, and I really am. I'm hoping for the pressure to be much better now that Joe Alt's back tonight. So we're going to see a difference. Hopefully Herbert's jersey's kept clean tonight, and he's not hit or pressured enough tonight. I know the Minnesota defense is very good. Didn't they rank like 2nd in blitz rate? I believe something like that. It was some kind of stat I was reading on earlier today that their blitz rate is like 2nd in the league. So that is scary. I mean, but I'm looking forward. But all right, that's enough of the Colts game. But let me bring on my friend, the Ginger Ninja from Minnesota, and a diehard Vikings fan. I'd like everyone to welcome my friend Dennis. What up, D?
Oh.
Dennis! What's up, motherfucker?
What's going on?
Welcome to the Power Hour, my friend. You got the purple shit on. God,
Oh, yeah.
man, that's a lot of shit, A lot of fucking shit you're wearing on your jersey. What
Oh, that's
jersey number
Hawkinson.
you
You're
wearing?
gonna see
You
a lot of
wearing
him
Justin
tonight.
Jefferson?
It's Hawkinson.
Oh, ha, tooey.
He's got a revenge game coming tonight. Revenge against the refs. They're calling in from New York saying it's not a catch.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I hear you there, buddy.
Sorry.
So what's your thoughts on tonight?
I think we're gonna kick some Charger ass. I hope so. I'm crossing my fingers.
Well, I'm hoping for a Chargers W tonight, so you
Well,
can
of
eat
course
crow.
you are. Of course
So
you are.
you can eat crow, buddy.
Yeah. I'll eat all the crow.
Yeah.
I'll eat the rabbit, the crow. I'll eat it all.
All right, the stat I was going to mention is your Minnesota defense leads the NFL in blitz rate at 43.6%, according to PFF. So, hey, it's kind of scary for me tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what you call a Brian Flores defense.
Now, that is one hell of a coordinator that deserves another head coaching job.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets it. I know he got blackballed from that scandal in Miami, but he deserves a shot. And
Yes, he does.
But hey, I got a few questions for you.
All right.
With Carson Wentz starting over the injured J.J. McCarthy, how confident are you that he can lead your team to victory tonight over my Bolts, especially on a short week?
Yeah, a short week. I'm confident in my team. I love my team. it just we got some injuries and stuff going on. There's doubts in Minnesota here about JJ McCarthy and him actually being the real deal. And if you watch what they did in Michigan, they had one hell of a defense and one hell of a run game. JJ only had to throw like 10 passes a game, man. And so I worry a little bit myself, but hopefully he can develop into something. Carson Wentz, he's another story. Me and Bogey kind of talked about this. It might have been this morning or the other morning, but you see these backup quarterbacks come in and they light it up the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a little hope. You're like, oh man, they look good. And then they get some tape on these guys, and they turn right back into pumpkins. So,
yeah,
it's hard. I want my Vikings to win. Don't get me wrong. But Carson Wentz, he is what he is. He's a backup QB, and he's trying to run. And we're on the road in the West Coast. Like I said, I pulled up the stats earlier. The Vikings are 3-3 against the Chargers on the road. So somebody's walking away above 500 tonight.
They are, yeah. I was looking at, yeah, but yeah, I'm very impressed with your defense. But despite some strong, I was actually before this show, I was watching the Vikings Eagles game, and I was trying to get some tidbits about for tonight. But now, Dennis, despite some strong plays last week versus week, the Vikings defense gave us some key explosive plays when I was just watching that game to the Eagles. What is your biggest concern with the defensive performance heading into tonight's Chargers game for your Vikings?
So, okay, and I've admitted this to Bogey before. I'm not a big defensive guy, as in like when they line up, I don't know if they're in a 4-3 or a 3-4, so I'm not that good at that. But the biggest thing is I think when they're playing zone, I think it's when they're in the zone, they're just leaving big holes, these guys are finding the hole in our zone defense, and that seems to be where a lot of the teams are getting their plays off, and they're taking advantage of it, and so that's just, I guess, one of my biggest keys is hopefully we can just get some better coverage. We can stop the run. I'm not worried about stopping the run.
Let me shout out the chat. Hey, Bakes, yeah, Dennis is the man. Dennis is the man. Yeah,
I appreciate
GMM
you,
Network, second best blitzing team against one of the worst lines, even with your left tackle. Our offensive line is actually straight trash. I've said it many times. I'll say it again.
And I believe Darisaw's out tonight too, isn't he?
No, he's actually active today. I saw
he
the
is active.
alert.
Okay,
he is active tonight. So I go, gosh, shit. I was backstage and I was telling. I don't know if JD heard it. I'm like, God damn it, he's active.
Yeah.
But I shout out to Stay Tuned Live. Hey, if you need a channel,
shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, head on over to Stay Tuned Live and check it out. They got some great shows on over there. Hey, what up, King D? What's up, buddy?
Hey, nice trade today, King D.
Yeah, King D, LBC, what's up in the house? Hey, I'm gonna make your ride worth it tonight. Pause.
Good pause.
How many? Bakes goes. How many sacks do you think the Vikings get on Herbert tonight, Dennis?
Hoping for 2 or 3, but if we walk away with even one sack, I'd be happy.
I'm gonna say 3. That was my guess. I'm gonna say 3.
There you go.
That's my. I mean, hey, and I know we got all back, but it's his first game back, so I'm gonna be very precautionary on that. Also, Dennis, I had another question for you.
Yeah, go ahead,
Dennis,
buddy.
are you worried about any Pacific Chargers players tonight? And how do you think the Vikings will scheme to contain them from having a big game? If it's Ladd, if it's QJ, or if it's Keenan Allen. Now, you never know week to week from my Chargers if it's going to be Keenan, or if it's going to be Q, or if it's going to be Ladd. I mean, we have been a passing games this year, so there's really not really much of a run game this year for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I like all 3 of the wide receivers. QJ is a surprise this year, and it's refreshing to see because I had high hopes for him when he got drafted, and it was just a couple years of letdown. So to see him pick it up this year, it's just great. I have just this gut feeling that Keenan Allen's going to pair us up tonight.
Keenan Allen went off with Herbert the last time we faced you guys.
He's a PPR beast.
To the tune of 400 415 yards by Herbert, and I think Keenan Allen had over two something.
He's a PPR beast.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that the Chargers are 4-3. Or the Chargers have what I think it was something. I saw some kind of stat that the record between both teams is basically kind of even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did see that, but it's gonna be a good game, man. You guys, I mean, you guys have been on a skid lately, and I'd like to take advantage of that skid and keep the skid going, but
Yeah.
you know what? I do worry about that defense. I mean, Carson Wentz, he can do the job, but you know what? But who scares me the most, and I'm not gonna lie, as a fantasy owner I have Justin, but I have many shares of Jordan Addison. And he and Carson Wentz, the past 3 games, have really had a great connection. And it seems that Wentz has gone to Addison more than Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's a big guy out there. He's the big name, and he's a beast. They're putting double coverage on him, and they're doing everything they can to. And that's how these offenses run. When George Pickens went over to Dallas, it was like, ooh, that's really going to open things up for CD. It's another guy that can, take some coverage off the top. And you would think it would open it up for JJ, but it's really been opening up for Addison, and I love to see it.
No, I'm happy for him, man. I got many shares of Addison, but damn, that if anyone's out, am I scared of Justin Jefferson? Yeah, but I'm more scared of Addison, how he stretches the field. I've watched in the last 3.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the game not that long ago. Man, he does stretch that field, and Wentz does like using him.
Yeah, and we're finally starting to get Hawkinson a little more involved. I don't know.
I've noticed that lately too. Yeah,
I don't know what took so long on that. I mean, he's a big body tight end. You need 2 yards, you throw to your big body tight end. But whatever's going on, part of me, I love KOC, but part of me wants to actually see us get an offensive coordinator in and let KOC stop calling the plays.
What, just strictly being a head coach?
Yeah, but
I agree with it. That it kind of reminds me of a couple of years ago when you had Staley doing the offense and defense.
Yeah,
stick to being a head coach. What you're hired to do, not multi. I mean, I know these coaches want to do everything. But come on now, if you want to win, you got to focus on one thing, coach. That's why they have offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, right? You know? But no, I'm curious to see who Derwin James is locked in. Is he going to be on Justin Jefferson, or is he going to be on Addison, or is he going to switch it up?
So, do they move him around a lot? I mean,
speaking of Derwin James, he's been like Mr. Everything. He's been a linebacker. He's been like everything for us since our injuries have been pretty bad. So I think he had about. I was watching a stat on Good Morning Football this morning, and they were saying he's done like 50 snaps at linebacker almost in certain games. I'm like, come on now. I mean, he's been Mr. Utility, everything on our team.
Yeah. But and that's the thing too is KOC, he's from the Sean McVay tree, and the things they did with Cooper Kupp, over in LA, KOC kind of brought that over, and they're moving JJ all around the field, trying to get them open and in different slots, and so if Derwin James is solely on JJ, he's going to be moving around just because JJ moves around. But
let me shout out Tug Drug Fishing. Hey, Carson Wentz or Mariota. What up, guys? But Dennis, what do you got on this one? Carson or Mariota?
I'm going to take the homer pick and go with Carson Wentz. But I also, with saying that, I hate starting Thursday night guys. So if I can avoid that, I usually do.
Now, Bakes just said, Lee, how many yards do you think Herbert gets today? Over 250? I think he's going to get I'm going to say this. I'm going to say 275 to 290. That's my guess.
Hey, Lee, I hate to rush you, but I'm about to head out the door and head up to my local bar.
Hey, enjoy. Thank you for coming on, and welcome to the Power Hour. And let's both of our teams have a great night. Hey, man. Dennis, I'm looking forward to talking to you later, man. We always talk shit. Have a good night, and good luck to your team tonight.
You too, bud. Talk to you guys later.
You for coming on. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. And that's the Ginger Ninja. That's my buddy Dennis. Well, let me get back to the rest of my show. All right, you guys. Yeah, Carson is 7-0 on Thursday Night Football. Yeah, I saw that tug drug. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But all right, JD, you want to pull up that TNF? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, as I said, Joe Alt returns tonight, so I'm hoping for, a little more protection for Herbert tonight. So that's for me. Also, my Chargers tonight will be debuting a new field design, and also, JD, can you pull up those sweet-looking Navy jerseys? And I got one on right now. Yeah, we're going to be wearing these suckers tonight. It's the throwback of the old LT days. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, versus the Vikings. Now, as for fantasy players tonight, I'd fire up all the Chargers wide receivers. Vidal, I'd fire him up too. I was also reading a stat just before the game started that Vidal, over the past 2 weeks, has a 66% snap share game over the last 2 games. So if you want to fire him up, you can fire him up tonight. So his snap count's been going up. So that's the thing. Now, as for the Minnesota Vikings, I'd fire up Addison. I'd fire up Justin Jefferson. They're must-starts every single week. But then again, go Chargers tonight. I'm not looking at the Purple People Eaters tonight. I'm looking at my Chargers tonight, so I'm looking at that now. Now, the bright spots I had coming out of last week's game. Herbert's still fucking alive. He wasn't killed. Joe Alt being back tonight is going to be a welcome back surprise for me. I'm glad he's back, but I'm glad he waited. I know he said he could have tried to come back last week, but hey, I'm looking forward to having him back. But Gadsden looks fucking incredible. If you were able to get Gadsden off waivers this week, kudos to you. I mean, I'm glad I had about, in Dynasty, maybe 7 shares. Hey, I got to thank my man, Bogey. He and I did a lot of trading, and I ended up getting Gadsden maybe 2 or 3 leagues. So shout out to Bogey. Thank you so much. Stay tuned live. Hey, man, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great trip to Vegas and it went well. Hey, Chase, welcome, buddy. Not sure what to make of Gadsden, but I actually played him last week out of Hey, either way, it was a great desperation move. He probably got you, about 20 points, 20 plus, depending on your – yeah. Hey, tug drug fishing. I'm hoping it's a big lad night tonight. Yeah. And Peacock, hey, that's my dog's 5th birthday. He's 35 in human years. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Peacock. Hey, make sure to stop on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Make sure to put in your email and subscribe so you get to know when all the sales are. Man, he's got some of the best T-shirts around. If I can just tell you, he's done amazing shirts for our fantasy football draft, for our channel, anything in general. He can put together. If there's a design that you have, just send it on over to Peacock. He can put it together. He can make pillows, hoodies, sweatshirts, T-shirts, you name it. There's not a thing that this man can't do. He is a magician. He's an artist, but he's a great friend of mine, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything he does for myself and for our channel. So, Peacock, thank you so much from all of us, and especially from myself, and I appreciate you. And also head on over to his YouTube channel, Neon Peacock Merch, and also check out his Houston Huddle. He does a great breakdown of his Houston Texans every single week. He's a diehard Texans fan. I should know. He and I had a great show last year when we broke down the Chargers-Texans playoff game. And my buddy Peacock's charity of choice got $25. We made a bet. Whoever won would donate to each other's charity. We'll probably going to do it again this year in week 17. But head on over to his channel. Check out his stuff. He's got not just his website, but check out his YouTube channel. He does amazing work on the Houston Huddle and all the work he does. So we all appreciate him. And yeah, we need another Pekinan game. I need all my Chargers to go off tonight against the Ginger Ninjas team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, as for Justin Herbert, he showed why he is an MVP candidate Sunday, despite the loss. Herbert stats last week, he was 37 to 55, 67% completion percentage, 427 yards passing, and 31 rushing, and 3 touchdowns. Yes, those 2 interceptions were very costly last week, especially the one to the defensive lineman, which was, hey, man, it sucked, but oh well. But I'm just looking forward to a good game tonight. Now, we did suffer some injuries last week in the Colts game, but it was nothing earth-shattering to say that, hey, I think it was Pipkins that was out last week, but we just got banged up a little bit. We're getting healthier, which is good. It's just I was worried more how many times Herbert got hit last week was the 29. Excuse my dog. Please be quiet. I'm doing something. Especially with – shut up. Hold on. Oh, you just want attention. All right. Sorry. All right. So, but other than that, we're looking forward to it. All right. So the next segment of my show, or should I say, as my friend Bogey would like to call it, he wanted to call this show the Haterade Show. So I've done my breakdown. Actually, hold on. JD, can you pull up the AFC West standings? All right. So right now, the first 2 weeks, it was all Chargers on top. The last 3 weeks, it's been a sad story for my Bolts. Well, Denver's playing very well. They're up top of the West, and my Chargers right there now are 4-3. Ugh, I go with the Kansas City fucking Queefs, motherfuckers. I can't stand those fucking Kermit bitches. Pause. And Bakes, those Raiders, they look like shit, man. I just had an outburst. I'm sorry about that. I have quite a those often, but it's all good. Now, JD, can you pop up that field design for tonight for the Vikings game? Now, last week we had a field design for the Colts game. This week, we're going old school to the San Diego Superchargers. Now, I know my man Gangrene Kidda may like this a little bit because I know we didn't like the yellow banana suits last week. Pause. But, hey, man, I'm looking forward to seeing this game tonight. I'm hoping for a Chargers win, but bolt up. And now, as for the trade deadline coming up, the Chargers are still interested in running back and offensive line help via Josina Anderson, and the deadline is the 4th. So I'm hoping we can make some moves, and Joe Ortiz does get some help, offensive line help. Now, I think hey, what's up, Emil? Shout out. Yeah, stay tuned live. I got the best producer in the back producing. That's correct. He is the man. Yeah. My main man JD, who's producing backstage for me. I appreciate you. And make sure to head on over to his YouTube channel and check out Heart to Start. He has some great shows, great fantasy videos, and we also have a great channel called An Orange Juice and a Blend for Breakfast that you got to find sometimes 2, maybe 3 times a week, and you're going to see me and also my good friend Bogart Scott Free. You'll check him out. He's on there along with JD. But that is a great show we do 2 to 3 times a week. It's like all news things going on in the world, and we talk fantasy also. So this is not a thing that we're always live every single day on our channel, on the Gen Wealth or in the Heart to Start. So you got to hop on over. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tune into all the channels. I mean, there's always a show. And you're always going to find me, the ear to the streets. I deliver news shows, help out on the shows, and I deliver a lot of fantasyism and fantasy news. So, all that kind of stuff. But I'm also very appreciative, JD. I'm a true Bogey, Peacock, Kidda, everyone on our channel. I appreciate them all. We have great shows on Tuesdays, Fridays. Make sure to watch, sub up and watch Wake Your Game Up on Tuesdays and Fridays, and also on after this show, hop on over to the Gen Wealth, and we're gonna have a watch party for the Chargers Vikings game tonight, and we'll be answering any kind of questions you have for us or whatnot. If it's fantasy related or football related, we're always there for our subscribers. But and hey, if you guys got any questions for me, shoot it out. And hey, it's the playoff picture. We got the Colts, who we got our asses spanked by last week, and they're the number 1 seed. Now, this matchup between the Jags and the Patriots, I'm just say right now, the way the Patriots are playing, they look very, very good with Drake May. I mean, he's having a great year. I mean, I'm not a Patriot. I hate the Patriots coming from Massachusetts. Been living there most of my life, but the Patriots are playing well this year. Now, as of right now, the Chargers would play the donkey's ass Broncos. Hey, Chase, I know that's your team. I'm just going to say it right now. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck those donkeys' asses. So, I got family that are in Denver, but I'm still going to shit all over those fucking Broncos. Always, everywhere. JD, pull that back over. Hey, now, that last one, the Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Now, this could all change. This is what up to week 7, but I mean, I remember last week it was the Chargers and the Jaguars. I mean, I'd love a rematch in the playoffs. I just want to have a good season, get through, and then I'll worry about the playoffs down the road. But, I like the matchups. But as for Stay Tuned Live, his team's the Green Bay Packers, and they're looking good sitting over the number 1 seed, yeah. But a lot of the guys on my channel are diehard 49er fans, and the 49ers look very good over at 5-2. I talk my shit. I give them all the bad news, but their Niners are banged up like my Chargers. But they're sure in the hell knowing that Mac Jones is doing the job because Mac Jones is going to be playing again this week. And the Rams are the Rams. But, I'm a little surprised at the Eagles this year. Now, the Seahawks, I'm not too sold on them just right now, but the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Bucks, both of those teams are teams to watch out for now. Thankfully, none of those teams are on my schedule this year because those teams are scared the hell out of me. Great offenses. Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff are both having MVP seasons. But no, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer anything for you or whatnot. Yeah, we don't care about those 39ers. You know that, but I'm surrounded by Niners fans on our channel. I got Steamboat, I got Bogey, I got JD, and I got a bunch of 49. I got to watch what I say. Hey, man, Chase, go Vikings, hello. Hey, you know what I'm going to say? The Donkeys suck. But, you guys have a good team, man. I'm looking forward to that second rematch. Hey, you know me. I'm going to open my mouth, God damn it. I'm going to speak about those goddamn 49ers. Yeah, they suck. No, they don't suck this year, Bogey. They're actually pretty good. I'm so sad with my team. I'm an NFL fan. Yeah, Peacock, I know it's been rough to watch those Texans, but man, you have a great squad. As you said, you were kind of surprised that they don't want to make a change on offensive coordinator, So, hey, I'm hoping the best for your team because I know we have you on your schedule this year. My team has the Texans this year, and I'm looking forward to a good game. But the way the Texans are playing, I'm hoping we see a better Texans team come week 17 because I'm looking for a better game against my buddy Peacock. Yeah, Thursday night football, kiddo, I know. Kiddo, you got any I know you're going to give me all hate, but you got any predictions for tonight? I'm curious. I want to hear your Chargers hate because it's never a day on the Gen Wealth that I don't hear Chargers hate from the Cat Man. Oh, speaking of that, Justin Herbert is leading the league in passing. So with passing yards, 1,913, followed by Dak Prescott with 1,881, Matthew Stafford with 1,866, and Patrick Kermit fucking Mahomes with 1,800 yards, and Danny Dimes with 1,790. Now, I think Daniel Jones is probably going to be the comeback player of the year if he keeps it up this year. That's just my take on that. I'm not a Daniel Jones fan, but he's having a great season, and it shows by how the Colts are doing. Hey, maybe there's something brewing in there in Indianapolis. I mean, rest in peace, Mr. Irsay. But, man, whatever is going on in Indianapolis, it's going well for them, man. Kudos to them. And the organization, after having a rough off season and all that stuff with Mr. Irsay passing away, they sure are doing Indianapolis quite proud. So, hey, kudos to the Indianapolis Colts this year. I'll give my kudos where kudos is due. Now, as for the next segment, that's going to be the Haterade Show. I really don't have too much information tonight, But I welcome all the hate from Bakes, from Kidda, from Peacock, anyone. Because you know what? I can take it, but I sure the hell am going to give it back. So I welcome. So each time you watch the show, please, I don't mind. You can hate on my team all you want. You can give me all the hate you want. But I sure the hell one thing. I can take it, but I sure the hell I'm going to give it back. And you know what? And I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, watching the episode for the Chargers Power Hour. And just make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. And I thank you for all for tuning in. I hope you had a wonderful day. And I hope you have a wonderful, to whatever team you support, I wish them nothing but the best, long as they're not playing my goddamn Chargers. So on that note, I'm going to say bolt up. Let's go, Chargers. Let's fucking go. I'm going to say Chargers 30-26 tonight. That's my score prediction for tonight. And again, thank you for tuning in. I'm Lee Ainsworth, the Ears to the Street, over on the Gen Wealth Net YouTube channel. And that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed night, a safe night. Let's go, Chargers. Let's fucking go. And I'll see you. And I want to shout out to my friend Dennis, the Ginger Ninja, for joining the show tonight. I really appreciated your time. I know you had a busy schedule. And thank you for squeezing in 15 minutes of your time. Pause. I really appreciate it. You're a great friend and a great fantasy manager and opponent. And I appreciate you for coming on tonight. And to my friend Riggin with Fatties. Hey, good luck to your Vikings tonight. I know you're a Vikings fan like Dennis. And we had a bet a couple of years ago where I lost Justin Jefferson on the bet. That was a wild one, but that's just me. I do wild things. I'm crazy. I'm wild. That's why they call me the ear to the motherfucking streets. Because I do crazy shit. I have outbursts. I'm just myself. I'm Lee being Lee. But you never know what the fuck you're going to get from me. You know, what's going to come out of my mouth. Some days I'll say some of the fucking craziest things. But that's why everyone tunes in. Because you never know what you're going to get. As they say on Forrest Gump. Who knows? But then again, thank you all for tuning in again. Have a wonderful night. Let's go, Chargers! Bolt the fuck!
Money like 36 chambers, basket private shit, 31 flavors, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. telling Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie, he like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling Pied Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke then you can't talk. Play a never ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all pussies getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, tower pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, ma, no hands, telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.